Hi there, Jules Polonetsky, CEO of the Future of Privacy Forum, with a pre-Labor Day weekend message for you. Number one, go home! It's almost Labor Day weekend. But for those of you who are still here, two quick messages. Number one, let me share with you something that happened to me, so it doesn't happen to you. I got a request from a friend on Facebook who I thought I was already friends with. I mean, somebody I knew from my years ago days at AOL, and I probably had friended him, years ago. Well, now he's making a new friend request, and I was thinking, well, that's a little bit unusual. And he also had only 17 friends, which seemed a bit odd. And I said, oh, okay, maybe he's created a new page. Maybe his old account was terminated. Sure, I'll be his friend again. And I hit OK. And then immediately I said, oops, not a good idea. And I unfriended him, and I reported it to Facebook. And sure enough, I took a look. He has his profile. He has his regular profile. What happened? Some scammer, some bad actor, had grabbed his picture, his profile picture, created a new Facebook page, a new Facebook profile with this picture, and then was going around to the friends that he could see of this fella and requesting that they connect. I don't know what he would have done next. Maybe asked me for money, maybe perused my information, maybe sent me unwanted messages. I didn't want to find out, so I unfriended him immediately. But the message to you is, when you get a friend request from somebody you are friends with, there's probably something up. Might be legit, but you might want to go back and find that initial profile and warn your friend. So that's what I did. I went back and I warned him, and sure enough, this was a scam. And then do report it to Facebook. You can see the tool that lets you do that right under that information, and let Facebook know so they can terminate this bad actor's profile so other people don't get taken. Number one. Number two, many of you know that every year we do an annual Privacy Papers for Policymakers competition, publication, and an event. Now, why do we do this? I'm busy, you're busy, we're all busy. And we know that if we're interested in data protection, we're interested in privacy, there's a tremendous amount of really useful scholarship out there. Scholarship we should be reading. We don't all have time to read the hundreds and hundreds of great papers that are put out by computer scientists, by law professors, by so many others that are writing in this area. Some of it may be really relevant, others might be on a narrow point that we're not interested in. So here's one of the things we at Future Privacy Forum do. We see ourselves as having three constituencies. One, the companies, chief privacy officers, public policy, legal leads at companies who are trying to figure out how do they follow laws, how do they shape company practices in a responsible, ethical way. Another audience for us is the privacy academic community. We think their work is important. We participate in that community. We want to highlight the work that they do, that companies should know about, that policymakers should know about, that should influence our thinking, that should help shape the way laws develop. So what we do is we run a competition. We would like you to nominate, if there are papers you've seen out there that you thought were very meaningful, that proposed new solutions to policy problems, that grappled with these really hard challenges of how do we use data and technology in new ways to open up new insights for the world, but avoid the Orwellian or negative things that can end up happening. Send them in to us. What we do is our committee, made up of people from companies, academics, advocates, chooses the papers that they think are most relevant for policymakers. The winning papers, the authors write us a one-page. Now, you have time to read 1 or 2 pages, don't you? The authors write up a 1 or 2 page summary. Here are the key points that we made. And then we publish these, so you've got a great publication. We'll post the link in the comments so you can take a look at the previous publications and look back at some of the other papers that probably are worth chewing through and looking at. And then we take this publication and we do a phenomenal event where the authors come, discuss, answer questions, and then we make sure that we distribute this to Federal Trade Commission, congressional staff, data regulators around the world so that these papers have the impact they need, and you have a very handy, quick read that you can go through and make sure you're up to speed on some of the most important academic privacy scholarship that there is. So, thanks for joining us. Now you can leave for Labor Day weekend. And hey, you know what? Maybe take a look at the 2015 version, which is online, and do do some weekend reading over the holiday. Thanks for joining us. This was Jules Polonetsky, CEO of the Future of Privacy Forum.